I was just coming on here to tell you about my ortho appointment today, but before I forget, I got this really sweet thing. Thanks, Christy. Her daughter drew it. So special. Anyways, so I went to Dr. McCormick today, who is my surgeon here. It was a 6-week follow-up. And, I mean, there's really not too much news because it's Dr. McCormick. I love the man to death. I really do. And I feel awful for him because, you know, I think that he has now taken an approach of basically scared towards everyone. And he said today that he's like, I'm terrified of morphine. Like, so, you know, before I go into the rest of the detail, I feel like if nothing else during the surgery, and he's even told me so a couple different times. He said, you know, I've changed a lot of things because of you. He said, you have helped hundreds of people already. You will help hundreds. So, yeah, that's really all I need, you know? That's all I need. So, we went over the Ohio doctor stuff, what he told him and what I was told. And, you know, the Ohio guy said, hi, girls. Leslie said that I don't ever say hi to the girls and they get mad, so hi. Okay. Anyways, I went to the Ohio doctor and I think I posted about it, but it was all completely polar opposite from what I have been told here. So I was kind of leery about what today's visit was going to be like, just because it could go either way. Like, you could be really happy that you're learning new things, or you could be pissed off because you're so wrong. Hi, Audrina. So anyways, he was perfectly fine with it, and he said, you know, honestly, everything I've tried so far hasn't worked. He said it usually does for my patients, so that's why I've been so hesitant to go outside the box, but it's not working for you. So if he wants you to get in the pool and walk, I mean, what's it going to hurt? Which has been my thing, you know. Like I said in a previous post, I've pretty much turned into my own doctor. You know, if it hurts, I stop. If it doesn't hurt, do it. Try it. I've also had to go back to bed. You know, I was in bed for over 4 months, I think. And I just got tired of the scenery. And if anybody wanted to come over and hang out with me, they had to hang out, you know, in a chair in front of my bed. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try to, you know, be more in the kitchen and be more in the living room and the chairs and the couch and, you know, like a normal human. Well, my swelling was getting worse. So I think, honestly, that had something to do with it. And instead of just having hip pain, it was my complete leg, and it was really, really bad, like throbbing. So I've been back in bed for, I think, 3 days now, and I haven't had it. So, you know, maybe it's just a fluke. Maybe I don't need to be in bed, but right now my body's saying, go to bed. So I'm going to listen as soon as I get off of here. But the new thing, you know, I'm still going back to Ohio. That's going to be in February 2nd, I think, maybe. I'm not sure. He wants me to do a 3 Tesla, the Ohio doctor does, a 3 Tesla MRI, which is really super advanced. So I looked it up, and there's actually the same machine here, and it's at the same exact hospital I was at today. So I asked him about it, and, you know, as much as I didn't want to hear that answer, I do actually agree that, you know, our radiologists aren't used to, you know, looking for those things. So unless you explain absolutely everything that it could possibly be, they're probably going to miss something. So it is actually better that I go to Cleveland Clinic, which my doctor's in Akron. So that means I have to go to 2 different places. Well, now it's 3, because now I need to go to Maryland, gave me a choice of a couple other places, but I said, you know, I want to go where you would go if you were in my position. So he said that his next, you know, he would have gone to arthroscopy, and I did. But where they're at two opposite ends of the spectrum, I need a tiebreaker. So EBID or EDIB or something to that effect in Maryland, he said is his next recommendation. So I get really super car sick, so I'm not looking forward to that whatsoever, because, you know, the 3 hours to Akron was awful. So I'm not looking forward to that, but who knows when it's even going to be. You know, it has to go through a lot of channels, and with it being the holidays, that's going to get, you know, a slower jump start anyways, because everybody's off. So hopefully it'll at least be after bad weather, because it's a pain to try to get somebody to go with us to drive, and, you know, me likely throwing up the entire time, and now this is a longer drive. It's a lot. So what else did he say? So he wants me to do the water walking, try it. I was going to do that anyways. I just was waiting to get rid of the infection in the PICC line, and that only got pulled last week. So I haven't been to the pool yet. Continue walking, which I do, but, you know, it's hard to just walk in your house, and I can't get off my porch to just go strolling down the neighborhood, so it's not that easy. He also definitely agrees with manual circumduction, meaning someone else is moving my leg for me. So it's passive motion, meaning that my leg is getting the motion, it's getting the stretching, it's getting the usage. I'm just not using the muscles to activate that, because apparently, you know, the main approach, I guess, is to tighten up muscles around your hip, and then it does this, and this, but none of this has worked. And then they tell me don't use the anterior muscles right there in the front. So, you know, now we're going to try this, and he said that I could try the regular bike. I had a recumbent bike in my living room, and I wasn't allowed to use it, so I ended up having to give it away, which I'm still very upset about. But I guess that one's not very good, because you can go over a 90-degree flexion, and like the knee towards you, that's flexion. So that's not good. So now he's like, okay, well, why don't you get a bike, like a regular bicycle? And so for now, you can get this thing, I don't remember what it's called, but you can hook your regular bike into this thing and use it inside, and then after you get better, you can then use that bike outside. So, I mean, it's probably not going to be like tomorrow, but it's something to think about. And also, if I'm going to the gym for the pool, maybe I can just use their bike, because it might not even work, because everything has not worked. You know, remember, McCormick was completely against being in the water at first because it has too much resistance. And I kind of do see where he's coming from, because it is a lot harder to walk in the water, but at the same token, it's taking off a lot of the actual weight and pressure. So it's, your joint should be, like I said, I haven't been to prove the theory, but it should be easier. So, you know, he said get in the hot tub first, get it all loosened up and warm, get in the pool. He said, and if you do 20 minutes, you're doing like a lot, so be proud of that. Don't do anything over, you know. Still, with the problem with this is, although my pain tolerance is super high, you're not supposed to push. Well, in that case, everything hurts. And that's where Laskovsky is thinking, I have no idea what's wrong with you, because everything hurts. If I do it this way, it hurts. If I do it that way, it hurts. And most of the actual exams, and you know, he did it today also, most of the exam is brutal. So for me to say it's brutal, you know, it's not good. Anyways, I won't continue to ramble, but just wanted to give you guys an update, and stuff like this is a little easier to get on here and do it, because me and Siri don't always get along. So one thing, if I'm live and I'm saying period, it's because when I talk, or when I make a post in general or a text or anything like that, I talk to Siri because I cannot look at the phone that long. So I always talk to her, and then I have to say period in order to get a period. And half the time she sends something that makes 0 sense. So for things like this that I actually like want to explain to you, it's a lot easier for me to do this. If you haven't seen my poll yet, I put on a poll of whether you liked lives or written posts better, because in January, starting January 1, I'm going to do a fact of the day. January is going to be eyes. So February is Marfan Awareness Month. That's a thing. So obviously Marfan's February. That's just the rule. Sorry. So January, I do have both sides of the chair experience for eyes. So I thought that would be a great starting point, because I already do have a base of knowledge, and I've been working on that diligently already. So I want to know how you guys want these messages delivered. That's going to be a lot of education. Some of the topics are shorter than others. Some probably, I don't know, like a 2-minute live. So that would probably just get written. But, if you guys do better with written, just let me know. So there's a poll on the page, and if you wouldn't care to go tell me how you would rather view information, that'd be great, so that I can present it in a way that you're learning and you're getting all of this information.